Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deanna and you're watching Orchid. It's been a really long time since I last posted. Quite a lot has happened in that time. I think I've maybe only posted one or two videos from this house, but we moved in about October last year and this is my balcony grow space. So I'm just hoping to show you the orchids that have been living up here at the moment. My backyard is down there and there is the shade house in the backyard. The orchids in these two spaces are actually doing really well despite me doing very little, because one of the big things that has happened since we've moved to this house is that I've had a new little addition. So this is Maisie. She is 4 months old. Oh, hello, Maisie. Hey, sweetheart. Little girl. Oh, I see. But this little one has 45-minute naps, so I don't get anything much done while she's awake. I've tried to make this video about 3 times now, so 4th time lucky. But yeah, 45-minute naps, I get nothing done besides a little bit of housework and a bit of rest. So in between, we're awake, aren't we? Yeah, so let's give this another go. And just say hello, everybody. Okay, alright. So I'm just gonna record what I can and hopefully I'll have enough footage to make a video today. But this is my bedroom balcony. So this is like leading into the master bedroom here, and we weren't really using it for anything else, so it's kind of become, yeah, a little orchid zone. This is eastern facing, so the shade house as well is eastern facing, and there's no real established trees in our backyard, so it gets pretty full sun in the mornings right up until like midday, 2 o'clock. What is it now? It's actually like 2:30 p.m. here at the moment, and you can see it's still bright. However, the orchids do not get burnt in there. That shade house is just amazing and the orchids are actually thriving. But as it was, I put the Vandas and the healthiest orchids in there. Sorry, there was just a plane flying overhead. This area became a bit of a transition zone for like a few of my either medium light or bright light and recovering orchids. So you'll see some of those were recently cleaned of scale. They came over from my mum's house, and my mum's house is actually like empty of plants now, and I think she's quietly happy because she said initially it looked really good, like all the plants, all the flowers, and then very slowly they just started to decline and I just stopped showing up to look after them. So yeah, it wasn't looking very pretty by the end of it. But let me just show you a few little things that are going on here. So there's quite a few like highlight smaller plants here. This area is eastern facing, and you can see it's fairly well protected, but it still gets quite bright light here, especially through the mornings. But having said that, we've also had a decent amount of rain, so that has been quite a blessing this year, because I just don't even get around to watering the orchids very much. And because the winds sort of come in this way from the east, because the coast is over that way, well, the wind blows in the rain when it comes, and it's actually been decent rain this year. You all good here, honey? You busy? You stay busy, sweetie. There's no real rhyme or reason to the way this is organised. The orchids were just placed in the home, and I quickly reshuffled them over a few days while I was pregnant, mostly according to their general health and kind of their light needs as well. So there's no real order amongst the chaos either, but they're actually not doing too badly, so I'll pick out some highlights. This is Psychopsis Mendenhall Hildos, and she's flowered maybe 4 flowers in succession since, I think last spring, last year. You can see another little bud coming out here from this flower stalk. I haven't seen any new flower stalks emerging this year, and I feel like before winter truly hits, this will be the last flower if it does get around to flowering, because, well, we're consistently getting night temperatures below 15 degrees Celsius, and last week they were like 8-9 degrees out here, so that's pretty cold for us, pretty cool for the orchids as well. Here we've got Paphiopedilum henryanum, gorgeous pouch there. So this one has bloomed for me before. So one other confession I have to make is that I've lost a lot of tags, and a lot of tags have gotten mixed up in the moving process, and not just that, but a lot of the tags, especially the Vanders, the ones that were along that back fence, which I might have shown you maybe in my last video actually, they're faded. So if you'd asked me this time last year, I'm sure I could have named all those plants if you hid the tags from me, but now not so much. I don't know the names of them. So a lot of them, I just have to wait for the flowers, and even then I might not know some of the more complex crosses. Here we've got a Bulbophyllum in bloom. This is Bulbophyllum Rothschildianum, and I think this is a first blooming for me. It did try to bloom last year, but I think the spikes aborted. This plant was kept like inside on that upstairs sort of landing area last year, but it's done very, very well out here, and you can see it's a very interesting little flower. I really like it actually. Look at the little frills on those side petals there, and even look at how intricate like the little frilly bits are up here as well. That's really nice. In terms of fragrance, it's not super strong, which I'm quite thankful for, because when you put your nose in it, it kind of just smells like old dirty water. So yeah, I'll give that one a hard pass, but really pretty. Now over here we've got Neostylus Lusneri. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at it. Now I'm not sure if the camera's really picking it up or doing it justice, but it's obviously a white bloom. It's got just this lovely lavender on the lip and on these side petals, but it smells quite typically like a Neophonetia valcata. Now next to her I've got Paphiopedilum Gloria Norgal, and no, there's no blooms that I can see coming out of here, but I have had this orchid for so long and it has never bloomed for me. But look at the size of her, and look how healthy this plant is. I absolutely adore the foliage, but I would really, really love to see these flowers one of these days. So anyway, fingers crossed, maybe, who knows, in spring it'll decide to flower. And there's not too much else going on. There's a couple of spikes over here. We've got one of my Latorias here spiking. I will have to look up the exact name of it, but you can see it's gearing up to be quite the speckly beauty there. Got that spike. I've got another spike coming out here for this orchid, and down here we've got a spike on one of the twinkles. I lost all my other twinkles actually, little scale magnets apparently, so yeah, the scales sort of took over. And yeah, really off and on I've had quite a lot of spikes on this little balcony since they've been up here, so it's a nice little spot. But what I need really is like a whole weekend to myself to just reorganize all the orchids. I have done zero repotting for ages now, since like my second trimester, I think. Like in my third I was just heavy and miserable, and since Maisie it's just impossible to take the time to repot an orchid properly, so that just hasn't happened. And I really want to reorganize my shade house down there as well. I will give you guys a tour one of these days, but it's a mess. I barely know where all the plants are really. You okay, Maisie? Hey? So the orchids down the shade house are absolutely thriving at the moment. I'm just really lucky that it's kind of this self-sufficient area. We've had enough rain, and when it doesn't rain it's got this awesome sprinkler misting system that just like saturates the plants within 10 minutes. And yeah, I really thought there'd be too much strong light there, but the shade that it provides is just exactly like what these orchids have been screaming for. I've had so many first time blooms from especially Vandas that have never bloomed for me previously, so yeah, they're doing really, really well in there. But I just need like time to reorganize, and I haven't had that because I've got a little monster here. You're not a monster, are you, Maisie? You're so cute. So yeah, that's the truth of it. I just don't have time to repot. I don't have time even to reshuffle the orchids at the moment until she starts getting more solidified, like proper naps, so I can have a little bit of time to do stuff, or my husband can look after her and I can do stuff. But you know, he's got stuff to do too. He works all week, and to be honest, the weekends I prefer to spend as a family and do stuff together. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. My little princess hogging all my time, but honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm so happy that I've gotten to introduce you guys to little Maisie, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic 2021. I hope to post this soon after I film it, and I hope even more to produce more videos and start looking after these orchids better and managing time more efficiently, but I'm just not quite there yet. So guys, please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and happy growing. I'll see you next time. Bye.